Hello YouTube and welcome back to another extravagant, superb, out of this world build video that will make you scream poggers at your neighbor's dog. Or well, that's the plan anyways. I have been requested to do a massive medieval spawn makeover today, so let's hop right into it. Let me tell you guys a story, alright? So, on November 28th, a very distraught man with a Sword Art Online profile picture came to me with a desperate request to remake his spawn because his players were apparently complaining about it and how it was designed. He told me I had a very short time frame to create this, which was 4 days, and after that we would have to deliver. He went and told me about how he had gotten scammed in the past and ended up paying half the amount for this, only for me to get a wall of text about 12 hours into the project that he went and paid another build team and basically said he doesn't want my build anymore. He paid the build team more before talking to me about it and basically said I couldn't achieve the level of building he wanted before even seeing what I was making. However, I am a believer that when bad things happen, there's always good that can come out of it. Therefore, I have created a new website where you can download this spawn and my previous builds as a .world or .schematic file. Check it out in the description, and while you're down there, tap the like button and subscribe. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm, and I appreciate it. So for most of this video, we've just been kind of making designs, just kind of getting a feel for what the castle and the spawn is going to look like on the outside and inside. And right now, I think I have a pretty good idea, so I'm just starting to build the interior and the exterior now. You're going to see a lot of white knights that I built around here. Don't worry, they're here for Lerfing, and I'm not sure what to do with them just yet, so they're just going to float around for a little bit until I find a use for them. We're now going to complete the general shape of this castle before we move on, and in my opinion, this looks amazing. I'm just looking around here, making sure everything is symmetrical before we move on to the rest of the build. I'm now going to add a tall, fancy European glass pattern ceiling that will create an epic immersion to players who first join on the throne. I think now is a good time to go over why exactly are we building this. Don't get me wrong guys, this is meant to be an extreme makeover video, but honestly, there wasn't much going for the original spawn aside from the houses. Let me explain. Right from the start of where you spawn in this tiny throne room, and there's already a huge problem with this starting area that players were complaining about. It feels claustrophobic to be in here. Maybe for a house this size works, but you definitely don't want this to be the first thing players see on your server. Keep in mind, a bunch of shop NPCs, loot crates, and server information is supposed to fit into this room, and it's way too small for that. There's also a pointless second and third floor that have basically nothing on them, and there was clearly not a plan when this was created. When you go out the front entrance, there's already moss and cobblestone mixed in with stone brick. I don't know why they chose to do this, but I'd say the most triggering thing about this build is the port sitting right there looking like that. And this wouldn't be so bad if this wasn't on the main path players take to get out of spawn, which, by the way, just leads to a river mixed in with default Minecraft terrain. The second worst offender that you may notice if you look around is that the castle wall surrounding everything can't decide whether it wants to be a wall or a mountain, and so you end up with something that looks more like the Great Wall of China than a medieval European castle wall. So basically we're chopping the middle castle and remaking it while keeping the houses in medieval style consistent as per requested by the owner. That means we'll be designing everything while editing and reusing the houses provided here already. So we'll use this castle here as the before and what I have made as after. I think this is a massive improvement, and we also have much more space to work with and actually a coherent design. We're going to add outside ground to the castle, which will primarily serve to divide the rest of the spawn into 4 different sections. We're going to be more outside focused now, creating the water, land, and the 4 sections that the spawn will be built on. We're using sand for the terrain because it has gravity, and we're going to change it to other blocks later. I've also heavily edited the outside walls design to fit the previous aesthetic without looking like a mountain. We're now going to be reusing the special trees the spawn had while reusing the farmhouse and heavily editing it to fit the terrain and have more details. We're also going to be adding a bunch of houses from the spawn and pasting it in here, and we will come back here and work on it later. We're also adding an intro hut and a church as per requested by the owner to keep some of the builds that he made. We're going to be completely remaking the port, and the only thing we're going to be reusing is the boat that was at the spawn earlier. We're going to be adding a lot of new structures here because the port on the old one was lacking. Finally, I'm finishing this by aligning the walls of the inner castle with statues and decorating the rooms inside. And that's it, guys, we're finished. Some details of buildings were left out as they were hard to capture, but overall I am very happy with how this project turned out. If you're a server owner looking for a good survival spawn, the download link is on my website in the description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you're from Reddit, you're especially cool. If this video hits 100 likes, I'll upload another transformation video. I also have a Discord revolving around a server I made where we share and discuss Minecraft related things. Check it out in the description. Thank you all for watching. This is Lerfing, over and out.